One of the most important things before you do anything, before you start channeling and working with spirit, is you must protect yourself. But either way that is, there are several ways of being that you can do that. There's putting light around you, putting yourself into a chamber, or talking to your gatekeeper and have your gatekeeper manage the door so that only good flows in. So if you're safe and protected, then you can let yourself go and you can really get into the readings. So that is a very good way to start. That way you know, and you're asking that only the good comes through, and for the person you're reading for, and it comes through for their highest good as well. And that way it's clean, it's pure, it's soft, and it's gentle. And that is the most important thing. I also find from my readings is, before I start, I wear this particular crystal. I only wear it when I'm doing readings. So I have these two crystals that go around my wrist, one that goes around my neck. And they are my reading crystals. So they're now well tuned, so when I have them on, they know I'm working.
Mm-hmm. What's it?
It's an amethyst. It's a big amethyst. It's quite rough.
Yeah.
And I've got a bracelet of tumbled quartz crystals.
Yeah.
And that's another way that I set up for read. The other thing is the sprays. Using sprays, clearing your space, connecting in with the energy, setting your intention. And the intention always is that you're there for the highest good and to help others, to bring forth what they need to hear. I ask that I never ever get anything that's negative. I don't want to know. And my client doesn't want to know. So, and come from the heart, always come from the heart. There are times you go, oh, nah, but coming back to the heart, channeling it through the heart. And I find especially at fairs, because the energy gets so heavy, that it's important to keep yourself grounded. To keep yourself grounded. But it's, when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. So as for me, as I start shivering, or I start getting cold, or when someone's coming in, I go, over here. Mm-hmm. And someone told me this years and years and years ago, but it doesn't happen overnight. It does take time. And I've been practicing to be a psychic since I was about to speak. But it's only until I was in my early 40s that I really got, oh, okay, this is what this is all about. So it's not a 5-minute thing, but trust and know that what the messages you see and what is going on is good. It's clear and it's peaceful. It's all when you're doing a reading for someone, they're looking for answers from you. So you're always asking for the answers, speaking to their guides, speaking to their higher energies around them, asking to draw through what is good and for them. So it's trusting and knowing. And the more you do it, the more you trust. And it just flows, it really just flows. But it's almost like, I mean, there are, you know, you see people like some of the psychics you see on TV, or the, you know, you go to shows and they're just out there and they're going boom, 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 boom. But they haven't done it. They just didn't get up one day and start going like this. They started very young, some of them a bit older, but they practice and they practice and they practice. You know, the best person to practice on is yourself. Each morning, even just using the cards. One card, pick a card, look at the card, read it, understand what it says, hold it next to you. Ask to be shown how the day is going to pan out. Then at night, come back and look at that card again and go, okay, did this happen? Did this happen? Did this happen? The more you do it, the more you'll be going ticking the boxes. Oh yes, that happened. Oh, this, yes. Practice on yourself. It's a great way. And don't forget to breathe. Which is my biggest challenge. But working with spirit and channeling through and being able to do readings for people is one of the greatest blessings ever. Being able to see people, especially if you bring messages from people that have passed, that they're missing and they want messages or verification of whatever. It's just an amazing, amazing feeling that you have been able to help someone, for them to move on with their lives and move through whatever crisis is going on around them. They can then step in to a life that's more fulfilled, more loving and more joyful. So it's an honour and a privilege to be able to do that. And as I said, it's taken me 20 years to get there. But it's like, anybody can do it. Absolutely anybody can do it. There is, it's one, everyone is born with this ability. Some of us tend to sweep under the carpet, pretend you can't see it, hide it with all sorts of addictions and alcohol and drugs and shut it down. But when you embrace it and when you go with the flow, it makes so many amazing changes in your life, and it helps you so much. One of the most profound moments for me was being told a year before my husband passed away that he was going to go. That it was going to be a heart attack and it was going to be in New Zealand. I'll always remember that. It came through as a vision. And it was complete acceptance there and then, because I knew that's what was going to happen and that's how it was going to be. And that's what happened a year and a half later. But I was prepared that time so I could deal with that and help my children deal with that. And that's one of the most profound things I've ever received. And it's just total acceptance that I live in spirit and I'm guided. It's like the going home thing. The messages came to, and I fought them. I fought these messages. I'm not going back to New Zealand. There's no way. But in the end, there were so many blocks around me that I just got in the middle of Mercury in retrograde, where you're not supposed to make any decisions about anything. I'm going home. And it was such a joy in my heart. And when your heart is smiling, then life is good. So the aim in life, for me, to you and anyone I read for, is to make their heart smile. So trust, 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 and know that you are capable of absolutely anything.